because this is the year I turned 50 and stuff. By the time this probably drop, I didn't turn 50. So, and how you doing, gorgeous?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Off tomorrow
Nice.
on my 9 to 5. That damn place and everything. And how have your week been going and
It's
day and all?
good. It's good. I came to Kentucky yesterday. My husband is working here, and
Ooh.
we hadn't seen each other in 6 weeks, so I came to Kentucky yesterday.
Oh, so y'all
So,
about to play catch up.
yeah, we did.
Yeah, y'all did, but y'all still gonna be
We
playing
had some
catch
ketchup, we had some pizza, and then we had a nap, and then we caught up some more.
up. I'm sorry. It's absence from the heart, bro, makes you
Yes,
absence make the heart grow fonder, as they
it
say.
does. It makes you really appreciate your people. My husband has worked out of town almost our whole entire marriage.
Mhm.
So really we learned to appreciate the time together. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
And the thing that drawed me to you, other than the fact that you're gorgeous as shit, uh,
Thank you.
I love women that wear heels and make it a point
Right.
to show off the heels. And
Yeah.
how's your shoe game?
It's mediocre. I tend to wear a lot of low shoes, but I like to take pictures in them naughty shoes.
Yeah.
So yeah. I
No,
I
that's what I mean with
I
the heel game.
really
Because I was looking, I said, oh man, she just off the heels alone, I would love to fuck you. I'm just saying.
we call those sit down shoes or next to your ears shoes. Those
Hmm.
are those shoes. So
Yeah, cause like when I had girls come down to shoot with me and they had to wear heels, they complained. I said, baby, you ain't gonna be on your feet long. We just gonna do
no.
standing shots. The rest of it gonna be on the bed or the couch or wherever it is
There you go.
and everything. So for you, um, because I noticed that I think you have gotten weight loss surgery to a certain extent or what
I've
have
had
you.
weight loss surgery. I'll be
Yeah,
5 years in May.
no doubt. And for one, what made you do that? And two, when you go through a surgery like that, it takes you kind of got to get comfortable with showing off
Yes.
your body or what have you.
Yeah.
So for you, how was that transition?
So my sister had it, and then my husband had it.
Hmm.
And then I got an opportunity. My kids paid for it because we paid for it out of pocket. My kids paid for it. Um, I've always been heavy since I was a little kid. I've always
Hmm.
been a thick girl. Um, but mostly for me, it then became about my health.
Yeah.
So once my husband had it done and we paid for his, the kids paid for mine. I've never been like body poor image in my mind. I just always have been a big girl. I didn't dress fancy or anything, but I never felt bad that I was a big girl. It never bothered me.
Hmm.
And so what I started doing was um I started working out before I ever had my surgery.
Hmm.
And so that helped me transition over to having surgery. And
Hmm.
then I have worked out, it'll be 6 years, it was 6 years in January.
Hmm.
So, and my husband and I are lifestyle. So we participate in swinger activities, so on and so forth. And I was taking all these pictures, to post on accounts and blah 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 and profiles and stuff. And I was like, well, you know what? I don't know why I'm just posting these pictures for nothing.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, you know what? I'll try it and see. And I liked it. And then, I started on Twitter last year. I started in February, and by October, I had 10,000 followers.
And,
So,
and now I'm gonna ask you this, because I know you kind of had a little anxiety about how they're gonna feel about your body and
you
shit.
know what? I never gave it a second thought.
Hold on. How good did it feel that they want to see it?
Yeah.
They love it. They
Yes.
can't get enough.
Yeah. It's a pretty good high. Being in lifestyle and figuring out that men just don't like what's presented to them on
No,
television
no.
was a big thing for me.
Yeah.
Men are not looking for that stick, some, or the smaller girl, or always the young girl. That
Mhm.
they're not all, there's no shame in what anyone looks like, but not all men want the same thing. We don't all want the same sandwich, so
Mm-mm.
why would we all want the same woman?
Yeah,
So
no. Honestly, Men want women one with some meat. Let's be real. This is the reason why these girls get these BBLs, these big boobs.
Yeah.
They want thickness. Let's keep it
Right. I mean,
100.
and they it's just so pro trade in the, on TV and stuff, and that's fine too. There's
Mm,
no shame in someone being too skinny. I mean, my daughter is very tiny, and people have
mm,
been offensive to her for being so tiny. Oh, you don't eat or whatever. She's a
yeah.
very healthy woman. So there's body shaming on the skinny side and body shaming on the plus side.
Yes, it is.
I never had it. My husband's always been a very big supporter of me one way or the other.
Mm-hmm,
So I never had that. Being in lifestyle really made me realize that men don't all want the same size. And it just kind of grew from there.
mm-hmm.
And, I'm 57 years, I just turned 57.
What?
And yeah, I'm 57.
Stop. Stop.
Yep.
Stop. Stop.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
fuck?
I just turned 57 the 14th. Yeah.
And
So,
two, on top of this, coming before I talk to the smokers, coming into this, did you realize that, or even and especially once you got in it, older women are winning, even to the
oh,
point of
yeah,
there's women that's still killing it at 60
very much so.
in this business.
Very, very much so. I'm very proud to stand with those women, and it is really amazing. I mean, I have 18-year-olds to
Mm.
85-year-olds in my messages. So,
They
so
want season it, goddamn it. That
they
what
do.
mm,
So I started on Twitter, and then I got an OnlyFans. And, OnlyFans is hard work, which is no problem. I don't mind hard work.
mm,
It's hard to gain that subscriber following.
mm,
I don't make a lot of continuous content. It's only pretty much only me or me and my husband.
mm,
So I just kept it at a subscriber level. But you
mm,
know what? I'm 57 years old and I have 36 regular subscribers on my OnlyFans, and I'm proud as shit. Uh, so,
mm.
and then now I'm been practicing and learning how to do live streaming. So
Mm.
I'm gonna try that. So,
Well,
you know.
you know, people, as you know, I love interviewing the MILFs and the GILFs, and we got another hot one for you. So, hello, smokers. It's time to smoke this over. Welcome to the Smokers Lounge. You know who I am, Kavanaugh, the Southern Champ, the CEO and the head of the two times nominated
Nice.
podcast and you know what I'm saying, and network, as y'all like to know it as. And you know who I am, Kavanaugh, the Southern Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. Find all my links with one link, allmylinks.com/porn rap star. Five wonderful sponsors. That's why we got five now, believe it or not. First up, House Adult Mag in the Game of Eroticism Magazine.com. Next up, award winning, award nominated voice of with smut and virtual reality. I'm talking about none of them blush erotica.com. For your candle needs, if you just like wax play, and y'all know what that is, or you just want to smell good while y'all fucking, got you covered. The Kinky Candle Company. And next up, she's the queen of law. I'm talking about none other than Mitchell Ferrari. That's right. This Queen Bee knows how to get you out of trouble legally. So y'all need to hit her up. And last but not least, and but newest, past that installation, inhalation group. I'm talking about the past that apparel. The link is in the description. They got great t-shirt designs, and it's for the 420. You feel me? And he even got 420 accessories coming also on T-Shirt Republic, and he got more places going to be soon. So please check out Past That Apparel, people. I'll be wearing some very, very soon. So also you can find me 5 days out the week at fullswatradio.com, as well as skyhoapp.tv.com, as well as the SGP radio app. Now, as you can see, this is a gorgeous GILF, sexy ass lady, nice ass, sexy legs, solo content creator, as well as a camher. You feel me? And trust me, she's definitely Stifler's mom. Well, actually, she's Stifler's grandma. And she's probably hotter than Stifler's mom. You feel me? You see where Stifler's mom probably got it. I'm just gonna sit back and let this gorgeous lady introduce herself to the smokers. Tell them who you are, baby.
My name's Treasure. I'm 57 years old. Married, mom of two, grandma of four. The oldest one is almost 21, and the youngest one is 8.
Wow.
So,
Mm. So, and also, how long you have been a swinger?
um, about uh, about 3.5 years.
3.5 years. Oh, so,
Yep.
so okay then. So you still babying it a little bit. I feel.
Well, let me tell you, our whole married life has been a little on the spicy side. We just didn't have a title for it. So,
So, in other words, y'all was like hooking up with other couples, but y'all didn't consider it swinging until y'all
no.
figured out
I
it was.
mean, we used to go to the strip club when he had to pay extra money for me to be able to come in the strip club because they didn't allow girls in the strip club.
Mm-hmm.
So, we've just always been fun. So,
Okay. So, what was the conversation like that y'all had to turn it into? Okay, let's be swingers.
you know what? I don't even know that we even really understood that that was like a big lifestyle as it was.
Mm-hmm.
I had had surgery about a year before. I had gastric bypass about a year before that.
Mm-hmm.
And, my husband's like, well, let's add something a little fun. He said, I'd like to see you with another gentleman. And so he started looking for somebody, and we found somebody and we met them, and then we ended up on a Facebook page, and then we ended up on another Facebook page, and now we have like a ton of friends. I run a swinger for a friend. I'm an admin on a swingers page.
Mm.
And so, I mean, that's just kind of how it worked out. It wasn't anything we planned. I mean, I really just thought all swingers went to a party and threw all their keys in the bowl, and everybody had a good time. And then they all went home. They didn't really know each other, but no,
Yeah.
they're a very
Oh no,
big
it's a tight knit community. Yeah. You know
it
what I'm
is
saying?
a very big network of friends and fun and party. And even if you don't participate with another person,
Mm.
everyone is welcome to these parties. And I mean, they have some really fun theme, costume stuff. It's really a good time. So,
So when y'all did y'all first swinging experience, tell me about it. The first time y'all did y'all swinging experience.
well, I really wanted to pass out. I really thought I was going to pass out, but it was a really good experience. And there's a lot of people who say like their first experience was horrific,
Mm-hmm.
but actually ours was really pretty good. I would say probably the only thing that really was a ick for me was my husband did all the communicating with the gentleman,
Yeah.
and I was all before we were real swinger into swinging. I was very naive and always thought, like everyone is very nice and no one, and I'm very was very passive.
Mm-hmm.
And so my husband did all the communicating with the guy. So we're starting to make out. We're in the bed, and the guy whispers in my ear. He goes, "You're welcome to message me without your husband anytime you want." And I was like, "We still had fun,
Yeah.
but that was the only fun because you were
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
minute you tried to step past my boundary, and then I learned. I
Mm.
learned what my boundary is, and I know how to speak it, and I know how to stand in it.
Well,
So
honestly, when you a bull, everything goes to the husband, and
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And two, the only way it like this. The only way that you have contact with the woman outside of that if the husband says that's cool.
right. We
You
we
know what
make
I'm
a
saying? So to kind of
mutual.
do that,
Yeah.
that whisper, that was corny as fuck, yo.
Yeah, I mean, he fucked himself out of a good time. I mean, a repeat good time. He really did. And I will say, I will stick up for the single gentleman in the bulls. That term in swingers, I think they get a very bad rap for the ones that really fuck it up because and I think a lot of times they're treated very disrespectfully, and I don't appreciate it because I'm always want and very insistent that we be that couple that's very kind to everyone. If you make a mistake, then nice to meet you,
Mm.
but I'm not going to drag you through the mud, and I'm not going to destroy you, and I don't think all single dudes are douches. So there's a lot of married douches too.
I
So
mean, it's just like any jump off. Some is a jump
yes,
off, some is gonna come around. You know what I'm saying? You're
yeah,
gonna keep around. So that's
not
just
one
how it
person
works.
doesn't make up all the people.
Oh no, oh no.
Yeah.
So,
So
so as we all know that swinging is the gateway drug to porn. What made you decide to now we're going to take it to the internet, solo content, OnlyFans, all that good stuff?
I don't. I really don't. I really was. we're in a lot of Facebook pages, and you do a lot of profiles and stuff, introducing yourself to people, and then every day like we do themes and stuff, and I was always taking all these pictures and had a lot of appreciation for them from people. And I just thought, like maybe I could make a little pocket money, like a little money I could spend on my grandkids and,
Mm.
go out and have a good time. And so I have a friend who suggested Twitter. She said, try Twitter. And I said, what the hell is on Twitter? She
A
said,
lot.
there's a lot of good stuff on Twitter. I have no idea why anybody's on Facebook because Twitter
Mm.
is a whole lot of fun. But so she hooked me up. She helped me make a page, and she hooked me up with her. She had been on about 5 years. Her and her husband dabble around in it, and she'd been on there 5 years. And she posted my thing and introduced me, and that went from there. And then I get people asking me like, "Well, where can I buy content from you?" And so I was on Snapchat for a little while, which makes me very uncomfortable. Is
Mhm.
Snapchat is a lot of minor and children on there trying to buy
Yeah.
content, and I'm not going to prison for that. I'm not doing it. And so then I decided to get an OnlyFans because I felt like it was like more secure. You have to verify who you are and that you're at least of age. All I ask is that you be of age. I'm not responsible after that, but um, so I got an OnlyFans, and I really only post my really explicit content on OnlyFans.
Mm.
I will show my breasts and stuff occasionally on Twitter, but for the most part, anything else goes on my OnlyFans, and that's just to
Yeah.
protect me
Yeah. Because I
and
see.
to protect your kids.
I just want to say thank you for that. Because no, I mean no, seriously.
Yeah,
It's
no, I get
like
it. Yeah,
it's kind of like it used when I came into business. It was about looking sexy, classy, elegant, free.
yeah.
Now it's just thought and slut. You know what I'm saying? It's like I
It
see
can
more pussy
be
than a pretty pig.
true. Yeah,
You know what I'm
and that's very true. Some of it, but here's the thing too that you learn when you go through LS and you start hanging out with the groups and stuff, that you don't yuck someone else's yum.
saying?
So what I think is yucky, you might find yummy, and what I find yummy, you might find yucky. So we all try to, you know, may not be for me, but if it's for you, hey, enjoy. But
No, but see, from my experience, because smokers know this, because I've been in
yep.
business long enough. What you're doing gets you more notice than what they're doing, because
And
it
my
falls
husband is
in
a
line.
yes,
Because the reason why I say that, it falls in line with what the pro guys want, the companies want, and so forth, and even on the
yeah,
marketing tip.
yeah,
At the end of the day, because you and I tell females this: you master and understand what it means to be a sex symbol. You're not
yeah,
just selling sex; you're selling imagery of sex,
yes,
which works better than just selling sex, because the fan will get bored with just seeing
sex.
sex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. My husband has always been a very big proponent of me. Um, there's some things about lifestyle that he doesn't care for because some men are very immature and use
Yeah.
like I'm not in high school and I'm someone's wife. So let's keep it in that parameter. But he always told me, like less is always more. And not everyone knows and understands what sexy is. And he said, you understand what sexy is. And he says, you damn sure know how to do it. So
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because I look
I,
at that picture
I,
like, oh shit, this some shit I would have shot. I would have took. And like I said, also love the heels, because
yeah,
it's a rarity of girls wearing heels nowadays, and that used to be part of
I
the
never
heel
wore
point.
stockings. And I've started taking, I've had gentlemen say, would you take pictures in stockings? So I found a real love and
You got the
appreciation for
legs for it,
stockings.
baby.
Yep.
You got the
And
legs for it. The thighs. Let's keep it real,
they
goddamn it.
some they some juicy thighs. I've always had thighs.
Yeah,
But yeah, you're right. I
who
mean,
did you match?
sometimes being less is very much more. So very
So
much.
now, because like I said, you say you do solo content, you
Yeah.
do content with your hubby, and
Yeah.
you also webcam, what have you.
I'm
So
I'm learning that.
okay, okay. I mean, hey,
Look,
you know
I
what I'm
know how to be sexy.
saying?
I know how to be sexy and I know how to do that. It's the technical parts of
Yeah.
the platforms that you use. And then there's also like the encouraging and understanding of the tipping and that kind of thing.
Hmm.
So that is something I'm learning. I mean, because I literally, for me, like, I'm sure for some camming people it's just a job, but for me, I find it fun, and it really, literally is a turn on for me. So when you're watching it with me,
Mm.
I like it, and it's good. So that's just the naughty side of me.
So when it comes to your solo content, how often do you film it to keep up with
um,
updates?
just as it strikes me, I guess. I mean, I post on my OnlyFans every single day.
Mm.
Sometimes I'll post twice, 3 times a day. Not always videos, lots of pictures. I enjoy taking pictures. I like taking a pretty picture. I like figuring it out. And but I'm consistent on there every single day.
Mm.
And so, sometimes if you're just having an extra horny time, well, let's crack out that new toy and have a good one. And so,
Yeah. So for you now, because you do solo content, what's your toy collection look like?
it's very small, surprisingly. It's growing, but
Mm.
it literally is very small.
Mm.
Um, I'm very much a wand and really prefer glass dildo.
Mm.
I'm trying out Love Sense because that coincides with the co-streaming on Fanbase because they're a company that's linked to that, so you can vibe those. You can pay to vibe that
Yeah,
girl and that,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I've been working with that, so I'm learning that. And but really, it's surprisingly, it's actually very small. So I'm kind of weird like that, but I have been recently. Someone introduced me to somebody where I can test stuff
Yeah.
and do reviews on it. So maybe now I'll have a little bit more more
Yeah,
fun stuff to play with.
because I always talk about opportunities outside of the porn. Part of that is
Yeah,
being a toy tester slash, what I'm saying, spokesmodel for that toy company. And a
yeah.
lot
I
of
mean,
girls
it's
don't
just
take
that this
advantage
is
of
a
that.
lady that sells for a company through Amazon, so it's just kind of like my first little dip into that. But hey, I'm like, I'll get a few free toys and write
Hey,
some good reviews and, you know, expand my
so
toy cabinet. So,
so now I got to ask this question, people.
yeah.
The fans know we got to ask.
Okay.
Now, it could be due off of this interview after this drops, or it could be because, well, if I noticed your ass, let's make that clear. If I noticed that ass, I ain't the only one.
No, you're
Now,
not.
like I said, you've been doing your boy girl content with your husband.
Just with my husband.
Okay.
Um, I have one other gentleman that I did just recently make some stuff with, but he's not on OnlyFans, so I cannot use it because he's not verified.
Okay, I got
And I refuse to post it anywhere else or do that kind of thing to him. I
you. Yeah,
mean,
because
he's a
being a
great
swing
kid.
lifestyle, first
Yeah.
of all, there's a lot of
Yeah.
couples that do this that's in this
Yes.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
So, because I was going to ask, had y'all discussed about you working with other guys,
We
or even?
have. My husband just wants to make sure that it's very um professional, very upfront.
Mhm.
And as well as I do, there's a lot of scams and there's a lot of
Yeah.
a lot of things. I mean, I was on Twitter for a whole year and had all kinds of people asking me if they could help me, and I would always say no because I was so terrified that they were someone who was trying to steal whatever I was trying to,
Mhm.
make and or build. I didn't even know what it was. I just used Google all the time and Googled all my questions. But
Mhm.
just my interest would be I would love to make blowjob content. Now the rest of it, if it build it up to that, that'd be great. But
I
that's
mean, there's
really,
nothing wrong with being a throat goddess.
I mean, that tends
You
to
can't
be
lose.
where I'd like to start, I think. So if I ever got an opportunity, yeah,
No, because it's like I'll tell any female, you need BJ content in your stash
you
because
do.
they dudes that want to see just the dicks up
Yes.
and the pop. And I
Hmm.
used to do videos where you can do different positions of blowjob within a
Sure.
blowjob shoot.
Yep. There's a
Him
lot
laying
of
on his back, him
sexiness.
standing up, her
Yep.
laying on her. It just depends on your taste.
There's a lot of
So
sexiness can be
otherwise, I
done in a
tell you, you really
blowjob.
love sucking dick. Apparently, she loves sucking dick. You know how
to
she went
me,
straight to BJ, right?
to me, a blowjob or the woman on top. I like to be on top because to me, that's power move.
See, no,
So
no, I can tell you probably ride dick very well. I'm
I
just
do.
saying, I can tell these things.
Yes, very much so. So if I got an opportunity to make a film with people I trusted or understood them or knew them,
Mm,
uh, then I would that would be my where I would like to start. I think I'd like to start there. So
yeah,
yeah, we'll see.
because a lot of times females, I mean, they get in the game, of course, to make money, what have you, and of course to go viral. But it sometimes, how I gotta put this, it's the ones that, okay, I'm just gonna say it. Um, damn it, I forgot the term. Shit, I smoke too much. Oh, damn it, something bliss. Something, I can't think
Hold
of it.
on.
Say it. Ignorance is bliss. That's what
Hmm.
it is. Ignorance is bliss. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Because
Yes.
one, and it's just being honest, you one being close to your 60s and you look nowhere close to it. Plus, the gilf and the milf is hot. The hot wife is hot
Yeah.
because actually, did you think you being married would be a plus for you doing this?
Um. I don't know if it is. I yeah. Sometimes now I will be really honest with you. My husband is not on my Twitter. My
Mm,
husband is not on my OnlyFans. My husband does not. So far has not watched my
mm.
uh
But see,
my
not even that. But think about it.
live
There's a
streams.
such thing called the hot wife. That's
Yes,
a
very
thing.
much so. Yes. Really, I think it's because they think they're going to get away with something. So it's like free cheating. It's, so I think that's kind of where that comes in. But
Yeah, because you being in
very
swinger
much so.
lifestyle, like you could play off of course, the meetup,
Yes.
the hookup and stuff like that. Because it's
Yeah.
kind of like, yeah, cause it was funny. I was thinking about it the other day. I said, damn, it used to be a time where girls would not say they're married in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Now they want you to be married. The
Yeah.
more married you are,
Yeah.
the
Look, there's a lot of swingers too that are very like poly and they want emotions and then they're the ones that they call down to fuck. Well, I'm more of a down to fuck type person.
yeah,
And not in a sense that I have to be sexually attracted to someone, but I don't need to be your best friend after.
yeah.
I don't need to know about your life prior to. I'll
That's
make
why
you a
you perfect for
sandwich.
porn.
I'll make you a sandwich and give you a juice box and send you on your way home. So,
But see, that's why you perfect for porn because when you shoot these scenes, you got to disassociate. And to keep
yeah,
it 100, 'cause I always talk about this. Older women, the reason why they win, especially if they're in the swingers lifestyle, they know how to disassociate more so than that of young girls.
true. I could see young people it being very cloudy water for them. You know, I'm definitely not going to blow up my 34-year marriage for a piece of side dick. So and I'm not going to do something that doesn't approve with my
Mm,
husband because I don't have to lie. I just have to
mm,
ask permission. And as long as we both agree, then we're cool to go. So, you know,
yeah,
but
yeah, because I've talked to a whole lot of swing couples, and I'm talking about from the spectrum of cucks to swing,
yes,
And I always said this, and you proved the point when you were talking earlier. In order for a marriage relationship to move to that level,
yeah.
y'all core got to be strong as shit. So
Well,
speak to that because just like you said, the conversation y'all had was effortless because y'all core was so fucking strong.
yeah. Well, and here's the thing our conversation in the beginning, we thought was a fly by night
Mhm,
situation. So we thought we'd try it once and whatever. I had always been kind of resistant to it. It is something that turned on for me when
mhm,
I did it. My husband enjoyed it, but to me, then it became a community thing for me.
mhm, mhm,
And what I got out of it was my sense of confidence, understanding that men like other things other than just smaller women,
mhm,
or just any men have a variety of wants. It's like pizza, everybody likes a different pizza.
mhm,
But it really became a sense of community to me. It really helped me understand communication Paul and I have been married a really long time and we really love each other. But let me tell you something. We couldn't fucking agree on the sky's blue. And we're both right fighters. So I will tell you what it has done for us is really taught us how to have a disagreement,
Yeah.
stop it, come back to it, communicate about it. And my husband's 15 years older than me. So if I'm 57, he's 70.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we're just very in a two. After all these years, in the last 3 years, we actually really figured out how to sit down and have a conversation. Our core was good, but
Mm-hmm.
we were very much lacking on all these other things. I was very weak in my boundary. He's always been concerned that he'll die before me. And he said, I don't want you to have to shack up with some dude for a piece of dick when you can learn to get it on your own,
Mm-hmm.
make them a sandwich and send them to their house. And so that was one
he,
of his
he, God
things.
dang it, but he must be watching some pimp movies or some shit. He said,
I will tell you, he's a very groovy guy. He really is.
yeah,
Now, I
that's
promise
groovy as it
you,
gets. But no, I mean,
if you get
uh,
on the wrong side of him with me, I mean, he is very protective, and people call that
yeah, you're
controlling. It's
right. I mean,
not.
look how long y'all been together.
Yeah,
It's
it's not controlling. It's protective.
yeah,
You
cause when you
know.
hear these fuckers on YouTube and start talking about relationships, they
Yeah.
talking like 3 years.
Yeah. No.
They talking 3 years. Y'all, it, it- that's the proof if y'all make it. If you make
Yeah.
it 3 years,
Yeah. And I will tell you, we always said there was really no sense in getting divorced because we would just keep fucking each other. We might get married to other people, and then, but we'd still keep fucking each other. So no sense in paying an attorney. We'll just hook it out together. So
so now, of course, like I said, how far do you want to take this business?
you
How
know
far you
what?
want to go
I
with
don't
it?
even know what I don't even know what the parameter of all this is. I really never thought I'd ever do live streaming. I was very uncomfortable with the thought of that.
Mhm.
But the daily grind of what OnlyFans is, it's very saturated, which is fine. I do it for fun. For me, it's fun. But to make any kind of money at it, I really, I don't even know. I mean, some people get on there and make $10,000 in a month. Some people, like me,
The key,
struggle.
well, the key is no matter what, whether because the people that make the millions, they got help. The
Yeah.
key is being persistent.
I'm very genuine. I shoot all my own pictures.
Mm.
I answer all my own messages. All those things. And even just for me, little tiny me, it's a lot. It is a lot. And I really try to treat people with respect as I expect them to. But, I get guys who'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe you answered me. And I was like, well, you were nice enough to say something nice. So I'm going to say thank you. So
Oh man,
and that's I have a friend who said, like if you want to be successful, just be genuine. If you're
yeah,
genuine, success will find you. So,
because the
we'll
key is
see.
like the key to this is no matter what we do, we tell the story. No matter how you want
Yep.
to. So
Yep.
it has to be a story that they can relate to. That's why you got the stepmom bullshit. That's why you got the teacher, the
Yes.
older woman. That's why the older woman is
Mm.
winning now. I'm sorry, god dang
Yep.
it. So
Yep.
and what I can't wait to see is you go to some of these conventions. Now that's what I can't wait to see.
Now, see, I would really like to. I don't have a whole lot of experience in that,
Mm.
and I'm really interested in trying that.
Well, shoot, I mean, it's because it's like I tell any female this. Um, these the keys to it. You have to be the nastiest, dirtiest, freakiest slut on the planet and make it look sexy. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But it got to naturally look sexy. It can't be forced on.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
see, that's why content trade works more so than paid sometimes.
Yeah.
Because content, you get to know, we get to pick who the hell we fuck. They just call. They just
True.
call.
I could see where that would be. Yeah, very much. You'd be like, no for you and yes for you. And I mean, I'm very much I have to be, I really don't know how someone does do it that isn't sexually attracted to somebody. Because even though I'm very like down the fuck swinger by, I still have to think you're sexy. And I still have to want to do it. I don't know how I really kind of figured out why strippers and prostitutes might be angry all the time. And I don't blame
Yeah,
them.
because no, but not because it. Like I said, one when you do content trade, you kind of in some way get to know the person before you
True.
shoot,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's not robotic. Y'all control it. It just
Yeah.
learning how to merge working the camera with it still being natural. That
Yeah.
comes with chemistry.
I
You
could see
know,
that. Yeah.
you know, I,
Very much
Dude,
so.
trust me, that's why I used to love working with one female at a time for a weekend. Cause by
Yeah.
the time Saturday hit, the chemistry off the train, cause we done did a couple of scenes Friday, they didn't set it up, and then
Yeah.
Sunday even better, you know.
Yeah. So that's why to me, like if I just started out with, I would think to me blowjob content would be the sexiest. I
Ooh,
mean, to me that's sexy. So that's
so
where
now,
so we'll
now,
see.
so now we get to ask the good question since you brought that up. Okay,
Okay.
now I got to switch it up because see, she said blowjob. Have you thought about or be interested in doing a blow bang?
And I don't even know what that is. See, so
Okay, okay, okay. You ever heard of a
I'm
gang?
such a
Okay,
baby.
have you? Would you be interested in doing a gang bang? And a gang bang is a blow bang is a gang bang, but there's no penetration of the pussy. It's just straight
Just
head,
blows.
just sucking off a dick.
I might be down for that. I would definitely. I mean, it would definitely. Paul would have to agree, but
Oh my
I
god.
would be more. I think I would be more comfortable with that than the penetration part. You
Mm,
know,
yeah.
so that would.
Oh, you might want to have us one of the fluffers for them gang bangs. I'm just saying. You heard what she said. She loves sucking dick, dude. Goddamn. I'm just saying.
Yeah, them
Yeah,
poor guys.
do it.
They got the
Um,
pressure. Let me tell you.
so are you into anal?
Only with Paul and very little.
Mhm.
It's not something. Not even like in lifestyle have I ever considered that with somebody. So
Mhm.
it's just something I've always done with Paul. So, I mean, I guess if there was probably a dollar sign on it.
I
It's like
was
that
gonna say
movie.
any female if you don't know. Okay, first of all, remember this is porn. Keep that in mind when you think about that anal for
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
pay.
What is it?
I tell any female, look, if you do not enjoy anal,
Don't do it. It's not that I
or
don't
feel
enjoy it. I
or
just,
anal train up to it, but it's something
yeah,
that you got to want to do, or
true.
you
Well,
somewhere
it's
in.
got to be something you're curious about.
Yeah.
Now, am I curious about it?
Mm.
Sure. But I'm not quite there yet. So, yeah.
Because see, the interesting part is, it was like I talked to a girl that did a DP, and I forgot this could actually happen because it's airtight.
Yeah.
So they just say get she had a
Yeah.
lot of air stuck in
God.
because she did the DP. I was like, that makes sense. Yeah, that kind of does make sense.
Yep. It
Yeah,
does.
I mean, but no, but I'm gonna ask you this then, right? I tell me about a moment. I guess because hey, y'all went to like swinger clubs
We
or
do. Yeah.
this way.
Yep.
I think you mentioned to something that you help organize swinger events, right? Or
Paul and I have done a couple of parties. Paul had his 69th birthday at a swingers club. We rented the whole club and invited all of our friends, and they had a really, really great time. And then we've done just one other party that we did at a swingers club that we rented the whole place and everybody just threw donations in. And about each time, I think we had like a couple hundred people.
mm,
Um, so, I have that experience in that. I like setting up like meet and greets where people can come and meet each other.
mm.
I'm real big into
Came out with Snoopy Durham. But anyway,
if you don't participate, you're not going to get anywhere,
yeah,
you know? And, but I am real clear and like there's some people who are in our swingers group that are on my Twitter and in my OnlyFans, and I make it really clear. My lifestyle life
yeah,
and my Twitter life
yeah,
is separate.
yeah.
I'll come over here and talk to you dirty like this, but in our swinger situation, that's not kosher because this is with my husband and this is separate. So I have to make that differential that those are separate for me.
Yeah, because see,
So
the other thing about it too is as you get deep into this business, people know we had to bring this up to testing.
yes. Yep.
So yeah, because now
Yep.
I talked to a lot of people, and one thing I discussed, which my podcast don't, the adjustment to this business to where you have to literally adjust your personal sex life to chase that.
Yes. Yep. And that is totally, I would totally see that. And I think that's probably one of the things why I would more be interested in an oral situation,
Yeah,
because that's not so much of a change up
yeah,
for me. But it wouldn't be anything I couldn't do, but I just think that would be just a really good place to start, a real comfortable place, you know.
yeah,
So, but yes, there is a definite. I would see that because I am friendly with Foxy Darling, and she has
yeah. No, bullshit.
no
She will be shooting a boy girl before the end of this year.
duet.
I see her shooting a boy girl at
Yes,
the end of this year. You just said Fox.
yep, Foxy Darling.
What's
I'm
up,
friends
Fox?
with her and her husband. Yes, very nice
What?
couple.
What?
Yep.
What? Oh my god.
Mm. So she's given me
Oh,
lots of
don't let your ass be
conversations.
nominated next year. I'm just don't let your ass be nominated. Hey, remember that you did say
Yes.
no because to keep it 100, it is not to blow her head up or nothing like that. You have a look that really stands out. I mean, seriously, just looking at you right now, the way the hair fall and all that.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry, it's kind of like I want to
My
see
husband
what
always says
she'll
it's the
do in
hair.
front of your cameras. Plus, she's sucking dick. What?
Very much so.
but but also the other part of this is um the like I said, the money aspect.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned of course business, and a lot of times we hear people make money this way and this way, this way. But I think sometimes social media glorifies
Yes.
the what they want to make it seem the easiness of making the money.
Right. And it's not. It's hard work.
Yeah.
It is. It's hard work. Um, the girl that is currently teaching me about live streaming and all that, and she's very good at it, she's very successful at it. And
Who is this?
she takes her name on Clapper and fan base is Peaches and Cream.
Okay.
Um, but she is very interested in teaching these young girls like responsibility with their money. So
Yeah.
along with the class that she's offering for free,
Mhm.
she is also mentoring them in their situation with their money, how much you have to save. She wants to see you make a budget and understand where that might be going.
Mhm.
And I was really, really impressed with her. Although I don't need that because I'm older. Um, but I was very impressed that she made that a priority. She said, because you can make a lot of money and you can piss a lot of money away real quick and walk away with nothing, you know?
Because
So,
see, what they don't get is it ain't about the first 2 years.
no.
It's about is you making that money in the
Yep.
first 5 years.
Yes.
Because they don't
Yeah.
understand it's about consistently making that money to where it's a
Yep.
livelihood.
Yep.
And people understand it's a business. We got to have paperwork. We got to do
Yeah.
good
You have to pay
ID.
your, yep.
Yeah,
You have to
I
pay your
mean,
taxes. Yes.
yeah.
And they will come for you.
Oh
They
yes.
they will come for
Oh
you.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
hmm
yeah. It's
But I
simple as
do,
all
that
get.
is one of the things about her that I'm very proud of. And she tells them, if you'll save this, and when you get done with this in 5 years, and you walk away and you leave that money sit till you're ready, you go on and have your other career, whatever it's going to be, you'll have well more than enough money to be comfortable in your later on in your life.
Yeah.
And so that's very impressive to me that she's interested in showing them.
And
It's
see
like
you
my husband works in the
also
oil field. It's like
and
oil
see,
field money. It
yeah,
comes and it goes. And you better be prepared when it's gone.
yeah.
So,
And also building your brand
yeah.
to where uh, it, this can help you make money outside of it,
Yeah.
not just the
I
way you
hope, maybe.
move and so forth.
Yep.
Because people are always looking for someone to sell something for them,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
that's why I say, yeah, if you do this business, you're an instant sex symbol
Yeah.
because
Well,
you're
like
getting
to
paid
me,
to
it's all
affect
like to me, it's all like an experience, and I'm excited about each one. I'm like, "Ooh, this is cool," and then oh, this is interesting, and at 57, it's more like I'm not trying to pay the rent. Although Paul's not going to work forever, he'd probably like me to pay his rent once in a while, but for me, it's about experiences, and I'm not going to be 57 forever. So let's make the best of 57 plus.
because
So
see the thing about it is, um, also this proves that the business is ageless. Because like I
yeah,
said, with Seeker Black, Rita
yeah,
Daniels, um,
mm-hmm.
especially Seeker Black does gangbangs and she's deep in her 60s,
Yeah,
tapping them
good,
out,
good for
tapping
her.
them out. I
I
was like,
love it.
damn, Foxy.
Yep, yep.
So that
She's an
rich,
amazing lady. She's a
yeah.
very amazing lady. Yeah.
So for you, so I mean, you're already getting in there.
We'll see. We'll see. I just feel like I'm like paddling in the baby pool, but I'm okay with that because I'm enjoying the view,
And the other thing
and
that they
you
don't
know,
talk about, and you can speak to this because of being of an older woman or what have you, the empowerment of this.
it is.
Because it's not just the confidence that I'm a sexy ass woman at 57.
Yep.
It's the empowerment of I can make money off of being sexy
Yeah.
at 57.
It's the ability to and I will say, coming from a swinger background, it's the ability to feel comfortable in your own self, to be bold in your word, and having to deal with people who are not who are not lifestyle, or who maybe are not in this industry, drives me absolutely crazy because people don't know how to speak to each other. They don't know how to communicate. It like oof.
Now, you want to know why?
So,
Because see, we somewhere in a similar age gap, right?
right.
We had to actually talk to each other, people.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yes.
no, the
Hmm.
closest, but the closest attendant we had was maybe the chat line.
Well, good Lord. This is what I tell people all the time. I'm like, people who are like, oh, I got ghosted. How hard is it to message somebody? In my day, you either had to come over and tell me you weren't taking me,
Oh yeah,
or you had to call me on the phone and actually talk to me. You
yeah.
can't even send a message and say, hey, no thanks.
I'm just saying out this piece. We
Right.
had landlines. There was payphones.
Right. Yes.
You can
Yep.
call collect.
Well, hell, if you took a nude, you had to take it down to the photo mat and the guy had to see it. And then you
Yes.
take it home and
Yeah.
put it in an envelope and you had to mail it to somebody.
See, people don't understand. No, let me show you how crazy it was. Women was making money off of pictures.
Yeah.
Nude pictures.
On Pinterest.
Membership site. I remember I made a girl membership site, and I mean she was getting it. And her membership section was nothing but just pictures of her tits out and her coochie.
Well, there you go.
That's it. That was like what, 98, 99.
Yeah, yeah. The internet opened up a whole nother potato salad. I always tell kids too. I'm like, hell, we had to go. I said I used to have to find a man, my husband. I get my husband to go to the store and buy Penthouse or whatever if I wanted to read it,
Mm-hmm.
because it was inappropriate for me to read it, and you had to ask somebody to give it to you. And I was like, what the hell?
Oh, and the sad part, oh yes, people, yes, believe it or not, Playboy and Penthouse was actually in the grocery store at one time.
Yes, sir. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Had the little brown wrapper over it.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Yes.
Yes, it
Mm-hmm.
did. Yes, it did.
Yep.
South American Video. They had the little, black.
Oh, VHS. Yeah,
Yep.
VHS.
I don't
This
go
is
as
why
far as
people
I
tell your
remember.
kids to this day, if you find VHS when I'm dead, don't watch it.
And sad part is the only way we saw the VHS cause it just had to be in our parents' bedroom, and we was rambling.
Yep. I always tell my kids, I believe one of my one child knows that I have an OnlyFans, and
Yeah.
but doesn't ask questions. And he also knows that we hang out with people who are swingers, but doesn't ask questions. And I always just tell him, if I die, call this person. She'll
Mm,
come over and empty out the bedroom
yeah.
and look through my phone because there's money in certain places. Don't throw it away. we have a we have a grandson who'll be 21, and he always tells me, he says, Grams, if you die, I promise to get your phone before my mom finds it.
A lot of deletions.
I said, you're a good grandson.
Oh my god. Nah, it just nah it's crazy because I actually had a conversation with my youngest daughter. My oldest daughter, we never had a conversation about it, but me and her
Yeah.
had a conversation about it. And she asked me about it and stuff, and she's proud of her dad about the shit. So it's kind of like,
I think they're very open to it.
yeah,
My other one would probably be like, hey, it's your business, your life. They're generally pretty, both of them are pretty hands off. Um, so, and, and then like there's always that question my husband always says, like, well, what if someone we work with or whatever finds out? And I said, well, this is what you say, which I'll be disclaimer, I'm not making six figures. But I told my husband, I said, well, just tell them my wife is enjoying her six-figure job, and my job and her job are separate jobs.
mm,
And that's it. I said, that's how you, because all someone's
but
trying to do is be messy. And that's how
hold on,
you end it.
wait, smokers, as you can hear, what did I say? One of the key components when you get into this business at a certain age, and why women are in their prime by a certain age. One of those things is called "I really don't give a fuck what people think" genes, and you have that by the time you hit our age, because either
Yes.
mommy and poppy is gone or mommy and poppy is too old. The kids they out the house
Yep.
and
Yep.
fuck them.
Yep. I mean, I've done all for you. Everything I've done for them. I've provided everything I can for
Like
them.
y'all grown up, you got grandkids. It's like it's time to play shit.
Yep. That's it.
It's time for
That
grandma
is
to play.
it.
What the fuck? Shit, some of the music that this generation listens to anyway, they shouldn't be surprised. And even to the fact that I'm gonna say this again, what grandma looked like when I was growing up,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
grandma way sexier now.
Yeah, for sure. And then I always never understand the whole thing when people go, "Oh, you look great for your age," and I'm like, "Well, I, okay." I mean, I'm like, what would I normally look like? But you know, so
I
no,
shoot, hey, like I said, I didn't even realize she was 57. I was like, I'm thinking that me and her the same age or
no,
she's
I
younger.
just turned 57.
So, oh my God. So, people, I done held this gorgeous, sexy GILF up here on the pod for about a good hour, almost an hour. So, and we ain't even touched the surface on things. You feel me?
Yeah,
So, I got to ask this beautiful lady the $1 million question. Miss Treasure, can I call you a smoke buddy?
sure.
See, say no more. So, she'll be back here on the Smokers Lounge, as you know, and we're going to bring her, talk to her, convince her to come to the Premium Smoke Room on Loyal Fans, people. You know what I'm talking about. That's my more risque podcast network.
All
5
right.
premium podcasts for you to enjoy. I even have special events from the VIP Smoke Room. I even go live from the VIP Smoke Room that appears on X. You
Oh,
feel me? Maybe
nice.
once or twice a month. And what happens is the conversation gets more saucier. The tits pop out. Dildos might pop out. You don't know what might pop off unless you subscribe. And if you're looking for some triple X, you can see my work as I give ladies the work because big dicks grow in the sticks. That's why they used to call me Big Country. So you can go over
That's
and
true.
subscribe or you can purchase separately some of my wonderful content. And on the Spotify side of things, for $4.99 a month, I'm just throwing it out there for y'all people. I have had the smoke on it where I give my unapologetic opinion and controversial and what the fuck else about certain topics and subjects that tickle my fancy. And the other thing I got over there, Savage Smoke, where I talk to the industry's top male talents and producers. We give you that real smoke about the industry from a male perspective.
That's
Also,
very
get
interesting.
this on YouTube. Like, comment, and subscribe. So, Miss Treasure, can you please tell them where they can find you and spend money on you, gorgeous?
You can find me on Twitter at treasureH68. And all my other links are in there. So that's probably the best place to find me. I'm an OnlyFans. All my signs are the same, treasureH68. Um, Come join me on Clapper because I'm gonna be doing some fun stuff over there on Clapper and over in fan base too. So if you wanna see me learn how to live stream, come on over. So
See,
it's a hot good time, I will say.
fans love following people on the journey. So, with that being said, smokers, what did you smoke over today? What did you learn? Because you know I'm here to educate you as well as entertain you. Sexy is timeless, like my girl Tony Storm. You feel me? That she's one of my favorite female wrestlers because she plays the old Marilyn Monroe, type gimmick or whatever. They even do the black and white. But the point is, this game, beauty, sex appeal is timeless. And in this day and age, being older is actually a great thing because
Yes.
they want grandma. They want mama. Because you want to know why? They don't look like grandma and mama no more. These ladies
No.
is a motherfucker, I take it. They giving it to their daughters out this bitch. Just keeping it 100. You feel me? But even
Yep.
more so is that a more mature mind can navigate this than a younger one.
Yep.
Because there's certain things you have to deal with, things you have to look at, certain way you have to be when it comes to going on set, doing shoots. Because understand something, the most perishable thing you could ever do in this lifetime is have sex.
Yep.
It takes the most emotion, it takes the most energy, it takes the most synergy, and the tantra and all that good shit, yeah.
Yep. It is
Orgasm,
the it is the fountain of youth.
yeah.
Yep.
Because even an old man feel like he's 20 when he's up in some pussy. You feel me?
Well,
But
mine's 70 and he still chases me around, so we're good to
I
go.
man, God dang it. And that's the thing. Also, what you learned is once again for you vanilla traditional people, the key to a great marriage is adjusting to your mate's changes, being open to those changes, and willing to have a discussion
Yep.
sensibly.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because being in this lifestyle is a grown man and woman's game.
Yes.
It can destroy marriages, it can destroy families if you're not responsible enough and being mature enough to talk about it.
Yep.
And so that's the reason why, trust me on this. Yeah, there's divorce and swinger marriages, but trust me, it's not that many. But y'all traditional motherfuckers, I wonder why.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yep.
So, at the end of the day, so I hope that y'all learned that at the end of the day, the, it's nothing wrong with growing old. It's growing dumb you need to worry about.
You're
So with that being said, you know how we end these things all day and every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Treasure, please say goodbye to the smokers.
Goodbye. Thank you for having me. It was such a pleasure to meet and speak with you. Everyone, thank you.
And she's just so nice to look at, ain't she? We out.